Hey everybody, my name is Adam Fontana. I am the Vice President here at My Web Solution. So today I want to talk to you about how to make your website absolutely fantastic, okay? What makes a website great? Well, at My Web Solution, we define a great website as lead generating and lead capturing. So let's talk about the difference between those two. So a lead generating website is exactly how it sounds. It actually gets people to land on your website. It generates traffic. You see, no matter how great your website is, if nobody's going to it, then that makes your website pretty much useless. So we actually need people to come to your website so they can learn all about you and end up giving you a call or submitting a form, okay? So how do we make our website lead generating? Well, it all starts with SEO. Search engine optimization. You've probably heard of this term a million times, right? Marketers are always saying SEO, search engine optimization. What does that mean? For those of you who do not know, search engine optimization is being ranked high on Google. You see, Google's service is to provide the best results for people who search specific keywords. So let's say you're a mom and you're searching to put your child in a recreational program like swimming or gymnastics. You would type in something like gymnastics near me. And Google's job is to provide that mom with the very best search result. So what do we want that search result to be? We want it to be your club, right? So if you have a gymnastics center or a swim academy, you want Google to recognize your club as the very best option. So how do we make that happen? Well, you need to have great advanced SEO done to your website. So you need to have an expert put all of the proper keywords on the front end of your website, so on the very front pages of your website and all of the other pages. And they also need to put great keywords in the back end of your website. You will usually have a third party handle this kind of thing for you because it can get very technical. However, if you want to start learning how to do it yourself, whatever platform you're using, go inside that platform and try to put keywords all over your website. There should be a backend side too. That's one way to increase the SEO on your website, is to put a bunch of keywords inside your website. Another way though is to use your Google My Business page, okay? So if you don't have a Google My Business profile, get one right now. Get out of this video and get a Google My Business page, okay? Google My Business is kind of like a social media profile for your business, okay? So when you type in a service on Google like gymnastics or swim near me, Google will start pulling up businesses for you in their profiles, so that way you can get a easier look. That Google My Business profile has the photos of your location, the reviews, and hours of operation, your website, your phone number, so on and so forth. It has everything there. So that way, even before people actually land on your website, they can look at all that information first before they decide to click your website or call you. So it's very important that you get a Google My Business profile, okay? So those are a couple ways that you can get better SEO on your website. The last one I'm going to tell you is to start posting very heavily on social media, as many social media platforms as possible. If you're a gymnastics center or any kind of recreational club, you need to start using Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and sometimes Pinterest could actually be very helpful. The more links you have on the internet, the more chances of those links being on the very first page of Google. So make sure that you are posting every single day on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and so on and so forth, okay? This will ensure that more links of your company is being created through pictures and status updates, all that jazz, okay? So be heavy on social media. So that's pretty much one way or a couple of ways that you can make your website lead generating. What do we do though once people actually land on your website? So let's say you do get a lot of traffic. Maybe you are ranked high on Google, but your website isn't that great. Nobody is going to convert. Nobody is going to actually end up giving you their information. So when I say lead capturing, that's exactly what I mean. I want the user's information. So most of the time, people are going to go on your website and they're going to look around to try to contact you. they're not going to just sign up on your website immediately. They haven't built enough trust. They need to speak to someone first. So you need to just capture their information, their name, their email, and their number. I one time talked to this one client of ours. They actually had an amazing domain. So they ranked super high on Google. However, their website was not that great. So even though they actually, statistically got a bunch of people to come to their website, nobody was converting. So how do we actually make our website lead capturing? Well, the very first thing I'm going to tell you is you need to focus on design. So the very first thing that anybody experiences once they land on your website is the design of your website. Now, the way to have really good design is to make sure that everything is symmetrical, all the buttons are in place, the images are high quality, you have really good branding. If you have a certain kind of style or brand to your company, make sure it's very conveyed on your website. All the colors are matching, make sure that somebody who has a really good eye for design looks at your website before you launch it. So that's the very first thing you have to focus on is design. Secondly, in order to have a lead capturing website, you need to have very compelling ad copy. Okay, what is ad copy? It's just the text on your website. So all of the text on your website that is on the front page that says something like gymnastics lessons in Winter Garden or swim lessons in Colorado, you need to make sure that this ad copy is compelling. Instead of it saying something like swimming lessons in Chicago, maybe it says something like saving thousands of people from drowning every single year through effective swimming lessons. If you put something like that, that might compel somebody to read further and click more buttons. Okay, so the text on your website needs to be very compelling. Okay, it cannot just be bland. Have someone who knows how to write properly, write the ad copy for your website. Okay, the last thing that will help with lead capturing, this is very important. You need to have 5 different types of call to actions. So there's only a few ways that people actually end up engaging with your business on your website. So they're either going to go to the website and look at the number and immediately call. That's kind of like who I am. I'll just immediately call the business and try to just ask a bunch of questions and then make the decision to follow up with them afterwards, or I'll sign up right then and there. Another person might want to just email you. So you need to make it available for them to email you. Some people want to fill out a form and wait for you to get back to them. So make sure that there's a contact form on your website in some fashion so that person can fill out that form. Some people are super impatient and they need to know answers right now. So you need to have a chat feature on your website so somebody can actually literally message somebody, one of your staff members, on the website in the chat box. So these are the few ways. Oh, the last one I forgot. You need to have a texting capability on your website. If your business isn't text savvy now, meaning somebody can actually text your business, you're way behind. You need to make sure that your business allows text. People nowadays, millennials, they're texting now, okay? They're not gonna call, they're not gonna email, they're just gonna immediately text your business. Make sure you have that call to action on your website. So, you don't need to have a million call to actions all over your website, but you need to have those 5 available for the 5 different types of people that I just explained, okay? So that's how we make our website lead capturing, okay? Like I said before, we need people to land on the website, but we also need to be able to convert the most amount of people that actually land on that website. So there you have it. I just explained how you can get more leads generated and capture more leads by making, a few different changes and shifts on your website. I hope this helps. For more information, just call 407-449-8944.